Welcome back to Real Savant, where we bring you recaps of the most awesome movies. From action, to horror, to comedy, to something the family will enjoy. We have something for everyone. Today, we bring you Haunted Mansion. Starring LaKeith Stanfield, Rosario Dawson, and Owen Wilson, that's based on the dark ride attraction at Disneyland. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. The movie opens with a New Orleans party. Ben Mathias, an astronomer, meets Alyssa, a ghost tour guide in the area. They develop a relationship after falling in love, which ends in marriage. Years later, we see Ben drinking by himself and implying that Alyssa has passed away. After quitting his job, he keeps giving her ghost tours and treats the visitors badly when they have questions about ghosts. A woman named Gabby moves in with her son Travis to Gracie Manor, which is close by, with the intention of turning it into a bed and breakfast. Travis is terrified when he encounters the ghost of a bride when he turns on his flashlight while exploring the rooms. He goes to tell Gabby about it, but she doesn't believe him until they are forced to flee by a suit of armor that appears from behind him. The Hatbox Ghost, one of the spirits, chuckles and promises to return. Father Kent pays Ben a visit after being asked by Gabby to locate a photographer to capture images of the ghosts as evidence. When Ben finds out that Gabby is paying $2,000, he initially says no. Ben brings a unique lens he made with him when he gets to the mansion. He sees all the rooms where the ghosts could be, but he mainly acts like he's taking pictures because he thinks it's a joke. Ben finds odd things happening to him when he gets back to his apartment, like wet footprints following him everywhere. He discovers an entire ocean and a boat spewing water at him when he opens his closet door. Before Ben gets back to Gabby and Travis, who are waiting for him to come back because the ghosts followed them out of the mansion as well, he discovers he was being followed by the ghost of a sea captain. Ben discovers that Kent has had the exact same experience. Then, using a lens he invented to capture dark matter, he shows the group a photo he took of the sea captain's ghost. In order to find out why the ghosts want them there, Ben consents to remain in the mansion. A malevolent ghost follows him to his room and declares that he would be delighted to take Ben's soul. In order to find a solution to their ghost problem, Kent wants to assemble the ultimate team. Ben assists them in speaking with Professor Bruce Davis, a specialist in paranormal phenomena. Through his research, he has discovered more about the past of Gracie Manor, its original owner, William Gracie, and how strange events began following Gracie's wife Eleanor's death from yellow fever. Bruce tries to hide his documents until Ben and Kent try to take them from him, and they end up getting burned when Ben tells him no when he wants to visit the mansion. The guys also go see Harriet, a medium who at first glance appears to be a fraud, but Kent thinks she may actually be gifted. When Harriet visits the mansion, she offers her own analysis of the hauntings. She even claims to have seen a grieving spirit in the room before leaving, only to return 2 hours later because she feels like ghosts are pursuing her. Ben has installed cameras throughout the mansion in the interim to record additional paranormal activity. Harriet gets Ben, Kent, Gabby, and Travis together for a seance. Gracie's spirit is attempted to be called upon, but all he does is pick up a pen and paper and write, "Talk to Leota." The spirits resist Harriet's attempt to call Leota, forcing her to leave the mansion and land in a mound of mud. Bruce then attempts to join in on the ghost activity by driving up to the mansion, but he gets the same treatment and is pushed even farther away from the property, almost getting hit by a truck. After the captain's ghost creates a distraction at the hospital, Ben and Gabby take him out of there while he is hospitalized. Probably because they didn't want to pay that astronomical hospital bill he was racking up. But I digress. In the evening, the Hatbox Ghost attempts to entice Ben outside by creating a figment of Alyssa's spirit wandering through the mansion and then out of it before making a terrifying face. Then Bruce disappears, and the others wake him up. However, when they locate him, he advises them to search the attic for Leota. Before the ghost bride tries to axe Ben, he climbs up there and discovers an old chest. When the group opens the chest, they discover a crystal ball that houses Madame Leota's spirit, a former medium from whom Gracie had requested assistance. Leota informs them that following Eleanor's passing, Gracie made an attempt to get in touch with her. For a year, they attempted a seance at midnight, which allowed additional ghosts to pass through. Before Leota could stop him, one of these spirits assumed the identity of Eleanor and wrote to Gracie, persuading him to join her on the other side. As a result, he committed suicide. Leota was then dragged into the crystal ball by the Hatbox Ghost and imprisoned there. Leota informs the group that he is only short of one soul and needs 1,000 souls to gain complete power and escape the mansion. Leota says Harriet's plan to conjure a banishment spell will work if they have an object that used to belong to him, but they are prevented from completing their plan by the Hatbox Ghost. The group begins preparing for a reverse seance in which Harriet will attempt to drive the Hatbox Ghost out of the spirit world. Ben assumes they split up when he speaks with Gabby in the interim, and she mentions that Travis's father is no longer in the picture. After they become close, Travis tells him he still speaks with his father. Ben is the one who enters the ghost realm during the reverse seance. He follows Gracie's spirit, seeing other spirits who are imprisoned. Gracie begs Ben to keep the Hatbox ghost from taking his last soul, blaming himself for what transpired. Then, Hatbox appears to tease Ben and takes control of him for a little while, until Gabby is able to wake him up. As Ben shares his findings with the group, he brings up the fact that Hatbox said it would grant him his wish. After their less than pleasant final conversation, Ben tells the group what happened to Alyssa and how she died in a car accident, and Harriet realizes that Ben is the grieving spirit. Ben has a brief breakdown before Bruce cracks a joke to lighten the situation. Bruce gets the idea to accompany Ben to a sketch artist so that the artist can attempt to draw the Hatbox from memory and then add skin to Ben's face, since Ben has seen the ghostly face inside of it. This aids in their discovery that, in reality, he was Alistair Crump, the wealthy and cruel tycoon's son who abandoned his family following the passing of Alistair's mother. Alistair inherited his father's wealth after his death, and threw numerous parties for the upper-class people who shunned him. Before his staff turned against him and beheaded him, Alistair had these people killed and their bodies hidden. The group believes that they may find an artifact of Crump's to drive him out because Crump Manor, which was once considered a historical landmark, is now a bed and breakfast. Upon discovering that the group is aware of his past, Crump attempts to have the mansion absorb them. Ben gets Travis out of there and joins Kent while the others flee. When they attempt to leave, the forest's trees come to life and attempt to harm them. When Ben, Kent, and Travis get to Crump Manor, Pat and Vic are giving tours. With the captain's assistance, the three slip away while the others are preoccupied and discover a basement that Travis needs to enter. When they get back to the mansion, he finds that Crump's top hat has covered his skull, which he grabs and flees from. While Harriet and Gabby are restrained, Travis remains in the car while Crump uses Bruce to try and fool Ben and Kent into taking poison. Harriet attempts to cast the banishment spell with the hat after she is set free. However, Crump launches himself from Bruce's body and tosses the hat into the hearth. In the meantime, Travis believes he is speaking with his father's ghost and follows Crump, who is tricking him into going down to the basement in the same manner that he tricked Gracie. Ben stops Travis in time to prevent Crump from sending the other ghosts after the group. While Harriet goes to free Madame Leota to assist with the banishment spell, Kent is able to turn the ghosts that are on his side against Crump. Ben offers himself up as the last soul, and Crump uses his ghost army to corner the others outside in the graveyard. Crump seems to be promising him another chance to see Alyssa, but Ben reveals it was all a ploy to buy him some time as the other heroes emerge. Bruce shows up holding the remnants of the hat, giving it to Harriet and Leota. They start to cast Crump back into the underworld, into his grave. In order for Alyssa to know that he genuinely loved her, he begs Ben to stop it from happening. Ben, however, responds that she already knows and gives Crump a kick to the face, sending him back to hell. While most of the other ghosts decide not to cross over, Leota goes back to her crystal ball. After that, Bruce enjoys his new friendships, Kent becomes a legitimate ordained minister, and Harriet persuades herself that she is a genuine medium. A stray cat named Tater Tot, Alyssa's favorite snack, is found and adopted by Ben when he returns to his apartment. He interprets this as a sign that she is keeping an eye on him. Later on, Ben, Gabby, Travis, and the other ghosts attend a party at the mansion where Harriet, Bruce, and Kent also show up. The film closes here as Ben and Travis fulfill the captain's request to bring his ghost to the sea in order to steal a boat. If you managed to get this far, we sincerely thank you for watching the whole thing. If you have a movie or TV show that you want us to cover, just comment it down below. We might do a video of it in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our playlist for more recaps.